Fuck, my son's getting a bit enthusiastic today.
Well, guess what we're doing? We're A-Lane, ik prijs je fucking itch by dog. Yeah, you fucking itch by Gronk.
You can tell you're right by how.
So, I don't know this family. Never even met them. But I watched that video 5 times in a row.
Getting a bit enthusiastic.
Was good. My name's Josh Honeyman. Today I want to hop on here to talk a little bit about being authentic on social media and why this bloke just might be the most useful case study I've ever seen. His name is Leroy Emerson and he has about 10k followers on Instagram. In 2024, he posted a video of his son A-laying Ikbrays, an Aussie classic, using classic Eshe slang like, yeah you fucking dog, and yeah you fucking itch bait
Gronk.
While Leroy featured in the video in what only I can describe as a very enthusiastic Aussie accent. It got 2 million views, and if you scroll the comments, you get 2 very different crowds. Half of them are absolutely roasting the family with comments like, not an ATAR in sight, and the other half are actually saying some pretty nice things, such as calling them absolute legends. Nice. And here's what I keep coming back to. Despite both groups, the ones laughing at them and the ones laughing with them, responding to the exact same thing, they all felt something genuine. This video particularly felt unguarded, unproduced, even real, some people would say. But the question is, what does that actually mean? Researcher Crystal Abaddon calls it calibrated amateurism. Quote, a practice and aesthetic in which actors in an attention economy labor specifically over crafting contrived authenticity that portrays the raw aesthetic of an amateur, whether or not they really are amateurs. Abaddon was writing about family influencers, those content creators that spend hours and hours and hours trying to craft raw and unfiltered content of everyday domestic life. The messy kitchen, the kid having a meltdown, it all looks raw. But the thing is, it's actually not. It's been calibrated, framed, chosen, and posted at just the right time to produce that feeling of rawness. Leroy Emerson actually did none of that. All he did was turn on his camera, filmed his kid doing something funny, and posted it. And that absence, the absence of any apparent strategy, is what stopped me scrolling and kept me watching that video 5 times in a row. And that's the thing. He is an actual amateur, not just a performed one. And it's not just Leroy. There's been a long tradition of this in Australia. Ordinary people, no strategy, no production budget, just people being themselves on camera. And occasionally, the whole country stops to watch.
It's a big dog, mate.
But here's where it gets a little bit more complicated. Alice Marwick and Dana Boyd have a name for what happened next, and it's called context collapse. It refers to the way social media platforms flatten multiple distinct audiences into one big audience. When Leroy posted this video, he probably thought it was just going to reach his friends and family and maybe a few people in the local community. People that actually got the reference. But instead what happened is context collapse brought this video to 2 million strangers who some got the joke and some didn't. Marwick and Boyd also argue that authenticity is not necessarily universal. It's all dependent on the audience. What counts as real or funny is completely dependent on the social norms of whatever community it reaches. And this is precisely why the comments section was so split. On one hand, you have the people that don't really like Eshes or don't really associate with the Bogan culture, but then you have the people that are from that local community or that niche audience that actually get the joke. Despite these 2 audiences watching the exact same video, they're actually working through 2 completely different frameworks. And I think that's the most interesting part about Leroy's video. It wasn't calibrated for anyone. And yet somehow, depending on where you're at or where you're from, you either found it completely hilarious or completely ridiculous. And maybe sometimes both at the same time. And I don't think that's necessarily a failure of authenticity. I think, rather, that's precisely what authentic looks like. Nothing's been engineered. It's literally just what it is. And the funny part is that this kid probably had no idea that this video was going to reach 2 million people. He thought his dad is just mucking around. And the way he's speaking is likely just what the other people at school speak like. You know, it's an Australian culture after all. So next time you scroll Instagram and maybe, watch a video 5 times in a row like I did, I want you to question, is this calibrated or is this just someone picking up the camera not knowing what they're doing? And I reckon that distinction matters more than you might think it does. Thank you for watching.
Alright, so one of my videos had this comment, what the fuck is this, mate? Go fuck yourself with your stupid uni degrees and all that bullshit. Mate, I know people who've been in uni for 6 years or more and they're earning fucking 70, 80 grand a year. Now, running their own concreting, bricklaying and excavation company, which I do, so I do bricklaying.